Mr. Desmond Jordan today, and
Desmond Jordan second.
D2.
Yep.
you gonna be a baller, right?
Hey, look,
hey, you're in the interview now.
You're in the interview now.
You got to pay attention.
No, you're gonna be a baller, right? You want to stand over here? Go stand right there. Right here, come right here.
We'll keep working on it.
Yeah, stand right there.
Hey, you're gonna be a professional. You're gonna have to get used to this. All right, so Des, tell us about 2023. What you do in 2023?
So 2023, we went to USPA Drug Tested Nationals in Vegas. Ended up winning the national championship and setting the national record. And then we went to Coventry, England, and won the IPL World Championship. Set the world record there for deadlift with 804 deadlift.
804.
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot.
Oh yeah. Trying to stay busy.
Hey, are you familiar with Anatoly?
No.
You don't know him?
No.
Yeah, he's a deadlift, but he goes around pranking people because
the dude
small.
that look like a janitor. Yeah. I watch him all the time.
Yeah, I watch him too.
He be in there picking up them people weight. They be thinking it's heavy. Yeah.
He calls them fake. He said, "What y'all doing with this fake weight?" So tell me, how did House of Gains start?
So when I came back home from playing professional football overseas, I wanted to open up my own gym. So I started out working at Trask and coaching at Heidi Trask High School. And I started training then. I went to school, got all the certifications, and started training then. So at first the company was called 32 Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did that from 2012 all the way to 2019. When I got the opportunity to open up a building, we transitioned into the building, and I renamed it the House of Gains.
Okay.
And that's how that all came about.
Isn't that like a franchise? Because I heard of it in other places.
It's other places, but it's spelled different. And it's got different things. Like one House of Gains is like they're a supplement. But majority of them came after we came. Yeah.
Well, you know, the local people don't know that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, he must have got with some other guys.
No.
And decided to start a House of Gains here. That's
built it from scratch. Because we was 32 Fitness, and then and actually it was another name we was gonna be called, but that name was taken up, and then we settled on the House of Gains.
Okay. Make sure you help the customers. All right. Then you started this thing called the Hog Squad.
Yep.
What's the Hog Squad about?
So the Hog Squad is just, HOG is House of Gains, but the Hog Squad is our powerlifting squad. So I started powerlifting after I got in a bad truck accident for a long time. They told me I wasn't gonna be able to use my right arm, so I started powerlifting. My first powerlifting meet was 2021, March 2021, right there in Jacksonville. And then from there, I started realizing that our area is actually stronger than everybody else.
Really?
So in order to enact that plan, I had to start recruiting people to prove. But we're really, our little area right here, Pender County area, and the surrounding counties right here, we're actually stronger than all these people. They say Texas, they say all these people. We go to nationals every year and we beat them. We go to worlds, we beat them same people all the time.
Wow.
So I take our strength versus anybody's strength.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. I was wondering where the Hogs came from.
Hog Squad is House of Gains powerlifting team.
House of Gains powerlifting. Yeah. Make sure you get the House of Gains powerlifting. Yeah. That's all right. Well, I wanted to let you know, because one thing that stood out about the Hog Squad was at the funeral I went to a couple weeks ago for the lead kid from Trask.
Yeah, Mandrell Lee.
Yeah. So I noticed things about the Hog Squad was up there. It was like everywhere. And that made me think about how much bigger than this is than just lifting weights.
Oh yeah. Like we pride ourselves on being in the community. Like we're big on being in the community. We're all from here, so we all try to reach back and grab that next kid, that next person that has a dream but may not have the same support that we had. Reach that dream. Because the biggest thing I've learned in our area, the reason a lot of these people don't make it out for sale or don't achieve certain things is because they feel like they didn't have anybody that backed them or believed in them.
Yeah, it's true. But how did you, coming from here, end up going like to Poland? I mean, most people are concerned to going to Raleigh. You ended up overseas playing sports.
All on my family. My mom and daddy were amazing. They always pushed us to do more. They never burdened us with doing certain things that a child wasn't supposed to do. Like, we got to be kids, we got to grow up. Sometimes, a lot of times, kids have to grow up really fast. And so my mom and daddy, my mama was a praying woman. I tell everybody, she was a praying woman, and my daddy was a person that did not spare that rod. He made sure we was disciplined, and they both were just amazing. And then I had brothers and sisters. I got 2 brothers and 1 sister. They pushed me really hard. But not only that, like what you see right here with the Coastal Pop Warner Bengals. I grew up in the little leagues. I played Pop Warner football. I played Burgard Dixie Youth Baseball, PYBA. I ran youth track. But all those coaches that poured into me as a kid, in middle school, then high school, like all that was a part of the journey. A part of getting there.
Yeah, well, I just believe that just certain individuals just kind of like see the thing, see goals and not afraid, because that's a big step to. I lived over in Europe, so
it was
actually I liked it quite a bit.
And I'm not going, and I'll be the first to tell anybody, and my mama and them will too. At that point in time, when I would sign the contract to go overseas, playing professional football was all I wanted. I had never been on an airplane before, so flying was not something I did. So my mom and daddy had to convince me to get on the plane. Like, that's what I was saying. It's still that backing of the group of people that you keep in your circle. Like, when I got to a point where I second guessed myself and might have went in another direction and not did it, they pushed me forward to keep going. So it wasn't all me. Yeah.
I see that's a big change now, because I have that mentality, but I run into a lot of parents that say, well, I'm not going to push my child
and then
to
that's
do
the
anything,
problem.
and I'm not going to, if they don't want to do this, they don't have to.
And that's the problem. I'm gonna tell you a crazy story. So when I went to college, my freshman year, my daddy and mama dropped me off to college. They got me set up in the room. And right as my daddy was getting ready to pull off, my mama was crying. I'm saying, I love you. Right as my daddy was getting ready to pull off, he stopped the car and he said, listen, let me tell you something. You no longer have a room at my house, your grandma's house, your aunt's house. If I catch you in Pennant County living with anybody, we got a problem. You gonna figure this out. Every time it got hard, I could hear them words. You ain't got no room. You ain't got. But it was those words when it got hard, and I could have ran back home and I could have quit. I couldn't quit. I had to keep going. It was that again, that tough love, that hard back, and like pushing you to say, hey, he knew it was gonna get hard. My mama knew it was gonna get hard. I didn't know. I thought it was just gonna be a piece of cake and we were gonna breeze through it the whole time. But but it was that backing that did it. Sure. Yeah.
I kind of grew up the same way, but I was told at 14 that when you get 18, you got to go.
Yeah, you gotta have it figured out.
You can't stay here.
Yeah.
And the only way you're gonna stay here is you got a full-time job and you're in college. You can stay, but that's highly unlikely. And you probably either go off to college or you go in the military or something like that. But you can't stay at home anymore.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was thinking, like, man, okay, 18, man, at 17 I started preparing. I was going to be away. It was like, and I had the same issues. I joined the military. They sent me down to Texas. Never been there, scared to death. And the only thing I was thinking of was like, I can't go back. I can't go back home.
I got to figure it out.
Yes, right.
I got to figure out. It
wasn't like I can call and say, can you come pick me up?
Right.
I'm tired.
Right.
And so I didn't have those options. And, things worked out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so I went from Texas to Denver. And, being from the East Coast, I never seen anything like that. In Denver, you have 4 weathers in the same thing. You can look. It's snow here. It's thundering here.
Yeah.
The sun is here. And over there it's cloudy.
Oh, yeah.
And that changes like every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing, too, was I couldn't run a mile there at all. I could not run.
Because of the high altitude. Oh, yeah.
I couldn't run at all. So I was there for a while. And then, of course, I wanted to go back home. So I put down, you have a dream sheet that you fill out. I put down North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia. They were like, okay, we're going to send you to this place 3 hours closer to the Philippines. I was like, what? And so it just kept going, man. It just kept, going to develop. It's like, man, a new thing I had to go through.
You got to see more and more.
More of the world, more different people, more cultures.
Yeah.
And so that's...
Well, I will say this: the advantage I had over a lot of kids that I coach and train now Like I trained a kid, Devin Gardner, who's about to be the #1 powerlifter in the world. Is I did programs like Rocking Me when I was in middle school, where we actually went to Chicago. We went to Niagara Falls, but we took a bus, big Greyhound bus. So I had already seen a lot of things and understood like I want to do this stuff, but it's still that fear factor there because now you got to do it on your own. Like you got to push yourself and you got to keep pushing yourself. But that's why you got to have a good support system because they can help guide you and push you into those places where fear might try to stop you and hold you up and doubt.
Yeah. So, I wanted to tell you, I never forgot the time you came to visit me at Trash. I still have that picture.
Which
You
picture?
probably don't even remember. You came the first time I met you. You came to Trash, and I think you came to the classroom or you was walking by the classroom, and you didn't know me from anything. And you came, it was like, "Hey man, how you doing?" And it was nice to see you. And you said, and we took a picture together.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long ago that was. It was a while ago.
That was way back. That was back when
I still have that picture.
Back. Yeah.
I still have that. That's I think when you just came back from playing football. What year you say that's about?
That was 2012.
12?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, somewhere around there.
Right there between that 2012, 2014 range. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that actually when you started the powerlifting?
Nah, I didn't start powerlifting like legit until March 22. We started September 2020, and my first meet was March 2021. Because the doctor had just released me from a truck accident, and then he was like, "Listen, I'm just gonna tell you, you need to get used to your new way of life, which is, at that time, I was released with a 5-pound restriction. So from September 2020 to that March, I had to get busy. So yeah." But yeah, that's when we started powerlifting. We just started, I just been powerlifting 3 years now.
Wow, okay. Yeah, so it takes a little while to get it. So 2024 is here.
Yes, sir.
What events you have coming up?
So we have June 24th through the 28th, USPA Drug Tested Nationals in Vegas again. I'm defending national champ, so I'm trying to repeat. Then we have September 14th, we have the Iron Built Games. The Iron Built Games is Ray Williams' event. Ray Williams is right now renowned as the best powerlifter to ever do it. He's won the IPF championship countless times. And then after that, November 8th, we'll be in Charleston, South Carolina for the IPL North American Championship, which is a big world event. And then that'll be the year for me in the Hall Squad. So we're going to do those 3 events.
Is Olympics in your future, like 2028?
So that is the plan. The plan is after 2024, we're going to transition to what is called Powerlifting America, and to get a bid to go to the IPF. IPF will be the federation that's in the Olympics for 2028. So we're progressing that way, building every day, taking advantage of every opportunity to train, to get ready for it.
All right, because I heard it was in LA.
Yes. Yeah, so this year will be in LA, and then 2028 will be the year we'll attempt for the Olympics.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about a fan base, man.
That'll be huge. To be from Pender County, I have so many people now. So many people now tell me all the time. When I was going powerlift, they was like, "Man, I don't know about that, man. Them dudes in powerlifting kind of strong." And I was like, "Bro, I'm strong. Yeah, you strong, but you ain't they strong." And so now, 2020 hindsight, the first thing they say is, "I just never thought somebody from here."
Yeah.
So honestly, it's not that we're not capable of. It's just a lot of people don't think that we are good enough to be that self-doubt within ourselves.
Yeah.
So I never had self-doubt. Like I doubt some things, but I never doubt my ability. I may doubt that I don't know how it's gonna work because it's the fear of the unknown. But I don't never doubt my ability. I believe if I do it, I'm gonna be good at it.
Yeah. You bring up an interesting point because where I came from, we were used to winning. That's all we did. We win all the time. And so I ended up in North Carolina from overseas. I used to live in Europe, and we were coming back to the States to live. And so we had to decide we're going to go back to Florida. My family's from up north, from Philadelphia and Baltimore. So North Carolina was in the middle. So we had a relative in Wilmington. He was an older guy. And so we just kind of started here. Really couldn't afford Wilmington, came out, and that's how I ended up in Pender County. But I just kind of noticed that it just wasn't the same. It wasn't like a culture of yeah.
So in Pennant County, get like, in my opinion, you get these ebb and flows. So you'll get a group of parents who are all about the work ethic, the practice, the progress, the process to winning, and their kids are successful and they win. And then you get these group of parents that are all about my children having fun. I want my children to smile at practice, and then that group, that's not a good successful winner.
Okay.
And it's the ebb and flows. It's the up and down. So it's all about it. And then when you get the good mixture of athletes and the parents who believe in practice, so the kids are at practice every day, that group does well, and then it's a drop off, and then it's up, and then it's a drop off. But
that is interesting because when you go into the school and the gym and you look at that record thing up there, I see your name in that group. That year you graduated,
and all those parents, like my mama will tell you. My mama said that when I was coaching at Penn High. You know, Johnny Bowman is the basketball coach out there, and some of his kids took Christmas off to go on vacation. And my mama was like, "Where you do that at? You sign up to play the sport. You play the sport. You'll be to practice every day. You don't miss practice for no vacation. You schedule vacations outside of the season." Now this is my mama talking. So them the kind of parents that I grew. My mom and daddy, but all the kids I play with, that's how their parents were. You do not miss practice. If you're gonna miss practice, they figured out how to get you there. And they figured out how you get you home.
That's right.
But that's just a difference.
Okay. So it, like you said, ebbs and flows.
Ebbs and flows.
So so how do you like in what you're doing as a powerlifter? How do you keep that?
I try to
high performance out of all the people who say they want to be part of the Hog Squad.
So I try to set the example, not by words, but by actions. And then my words follow after. So I set the example every day because I don't miss a day. Whether I'm injured, if I'm not feeling the best, regardless of what's happening, regardless of what is happening in my life, I'm there and I'm going to put the work in for the process. And then I'm going to deal with everything else. So I try to set that example every day. And then words follow after about what you have to do to be dedicated to just winning, not just winning in anything in life. Like you got to wake up every day to go get it. You can't hope it comes to you. You got to go get it every day. Like you just can't hope that somebody give you an opportunity or somebody give you a break. Now you got to give them a reason. So I try to set that example every day, and I try to be vocal with them and show them like, look, like this is why I'm doing this, so that maybe it gets contagious. And for a lot of people, it's contagious. Like they'll see it and then they'll jump on board, and it's in them. They just didn't realize how much they had to put into it to get to where they were.
That's right. That's that's normal. So wow. Today is your daughter's gender reveal. Not daughter, but the gender reveal.
The gender reveal. My wife's gender reveal. Ours for our new baby.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. We're trying to figure out what we're gonna have. What you want? Boy or girl?
Boy or girl?
Girl.
A girl. I got my daughter's 10, Desmond 7, and my other son Carl is 5. So we got one girl, 2 boys. They all want another girl to balance it out. I do not want them problems.
I think that oldest girl, she plays football, right?
No. She plays softball. She plays volleyball. She cheers. She plays basketball, and she wants to play rugby. She wants to play football, but I'm not allowing that.
Okay.
I'm not allowing that. And the main reason why is because there's no future in it past high school, unless she's going to dedicate herself to giving up a lot of woman features for the process. So I don't want her going down the road for something that don't got a future past.
Is that the same for she says, Dad, I want to be an MMA.
Well, MMA is different because they got women's sports past that. Past, when I say there's no future for it, to be a very feminine woman and play college football is unlikely. Like you have to become. You got to do the work, and like I explained to her, you're gonna have to do the work. Like you're gonna have to lift, you're gonna have to get strong, because you're going to hold your own if you play football. So you're gonna have to give up a lot of things, and you're gonna broad shoulders and all that. you know, when you get older, you might not want that look.
Yeah.
You want to wear dresses, want to be more feminine. That's gonna be your choice at that time. But I can't let you go through the process of lifting a whole lot of weights and bulking up and doing all that stuff. And then we get older, and that's not what you want. You want to play football now because it's cool to do, but middle school, high school, that might not be what you want.
Yeah. I remember you gave your wife some love or some props during the MLK Awards.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's the first time I ever met her. She's like so quiet and so much behind the scenes.
Always behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like, always behind the scenes. But the biggest thing is, and a lot of people don't know this, I've been with my wife since 2006, 2007. Like since college, since my sophomore year, my junior year in college. So she's always been behind the scenes for all the football games from the time I met her, me going overseas, like the whole entire process, everything, building the business, everything.
Wow.
Yeah, so always.
Okay. Well, congratulations to you. I'm not gonna hold you up.
Well, I appreciate it.
There's a lot of stuff going on here, and
oh yeah, and I gotta get back to that house.
Hey, I try to encourage you. I look up on the Facebook. I try to encourage you and all the stuff that you're doing.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, appreciate it. Just trying to do my part, man. God gave me a bunch of gifts. I'm trying to use.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Yes, sir.
Hey, if you get a chance, check out our website, thegreatworks.com.
You gonna have to give me a card so I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, me and Sharon got some music coming out.
Okay.
You know, my wife made a song for graduation last year. That's what that is up there.
Okay.
And just check us out. Leave us a comment, something like that. We appreciate it.
All right, yeah, for sure.
Okay,
we'll do it.
All right.
Man, I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Desmond Jordan, House of Games, Hog Squad.
Yeah.